Hello and welcome to part 4 of this Last of Us 2 grounded speedrun tutorial. Now, this video is going to be a little shorter than the other ones. It's just going to be day 3 of Ellie, and that's it, which doesn't really take that long. So let's get going here. Webcam off. Where we left things, we have this much in our inventory. 1 shotgun, 1 rifle, and 2 pistol, and enough crafting ingredients for an extra Molotov. We're going to get the remaining ingredients throughout the rest of day 3 here, which is just a 1/4 canister and a 1/4 explosive for an extra stun bomb. And yeah. Now, why have I been so obsessive with you need this amount of ammo for this part? Well, day 3 works kind of weird. As you know, the big encounter towards the end of the day here is the bloater in the arcade. It turns out, I mentioned at the beginning of the tutorial, like part 1, the way ammo drops work is you need it to be under a certain ammo amount for enemies to drop a certain type of ammo. In part 2, it doesn't work that way. I don't even think we've gotten any drops from enemies in Ellie's portion of the game. It just doesn't really work that way. You would sometimes get random drops, but they'd be just that, random. Well, there is not a drop, but an ammo placement in the arcade where the bloater fight takes place. And it will only be there. It's 3 shotgun shells. And it will only be there if you have a combined 3 bullets or less in all of your guns. So as you can see here, the shotgun and the rifle are combined with 2, and then the pistol we have 4, but we're going to use pistol ammo a little bit later. And it has to be, like, you hit a certain point in the game where you have less than this amount of ammo, and there will be 3 shotgun shells waiting in the arcade. So by the time we're finished with all of the wolf encounters, we'll have 0 pistol bullets, and a shotgun shell, and a rifle. So waiting for us in the arcade should be 3 shotgun shells. And yes, the arrow does not count. Let's say, hypothetically, you have, I don't know, you maxed out on arrows and you use the minimum, so you have like 4. Arrows don't count towards that total. Yes, thank you for that. So really, the only other guns you have are shotgun, rifle, pistol, revolver, and we haven't used the revolver at all so far. So yeah. We're doing just fine. We're doing just fine. But just keep that in the back of your mind. All the ammo in all of your guns combined has to be 3 or less by a certain point. I'm actually not sure where that point is. It's probably just after the mall encounter. Like, right before you get in the boat. That'd be my guess. But yeah. Let's keep going. Alright, Jesse takes a little while to need help with the boost. So we're gonna... Oh, I did it again, just like in the bloater fight in the motel. All you have to do right here is craft a Molotov.
Come on, help me out.
Because you need to craft it at some point, and there's a little bit of downtime right here. Not much, but a little bit. Alright, now use this time for reloading your guns, and also you're going to get a little Jesse push, just like the intro. And use this time to reload your weapons.
Tell her you knew. That's what you're...
I wasn't.
And then right about here, hold on. 440, 135. It's right about... Yeah, right about when you get to the top there. 52. Alright, so yeah, right there. Continue on over here. Okay, now, this can be important. If you had to use a bottle in the hospital, let's say enemy in your way, use a bottle. For whatever reason, if you had to use a bottle in the hospital, there's a brick right here before you move on. You need to go through here. Not over there, but over here. And if you use the bottle in the hospital, pick up this brick. You have to have a brick or a bottle for the very next enemy encounter. And if you only have one pistol bullet, break this glass, because we need a pistol bullet for later. But, whoa, checkpoint. That was weird.
I see a light through here.
Yeah, good for you, Jesse. Okay, but you're coming from over here. Normally it would look like this. Let's say you have your bottle, you would break the glass, and then go through. We just need one. And it's a little faster to shoot out glass than to break it yourself. Okay, this checkpoint's kind of funny. You want to hit the triangle prompt here from really far away, and then Jesse will teleport right in front of the camera and restart checkpoint. And you end up pushing this thing out of the way much earlier.
Through here.
Okay, there's no way around it. This area fucking sucks. This area specifically right here. The next two are flat out easy. This one sucks.
Listen, I'm sure she'll tell you.
Wait for the transition right there. Just gotta remember where those transitions happen. And here we go.
Say when we ship out?
What's going down today? All the units are being rounded up.
Who did you hear it from? The hell was that? Let's scope it out.
I got you covered.
Okay, that was a combination of good and bad. I wasn't supposed to get alerted at the end, but that would technically work well enough.
All the units are being rounded up.
Who did you hear it from? Huh? Got something. Let's check it out.
Go. I'll watch your back.
Yeah, that works too. I feel like a jump is better there. Because you're already standing up. Okay, let's break it down. First things first. Run around this concrete. Don't try and jump over it. Now you want to stop sprinting right around the edge of the grass here. Literally, the edge of the grass right there. You want to stop sprinting. Then when you get here, let go, aim, and throw it.
Who did you hear it from?
Right in between right there. And it has to be a manual throw. Don't make it so... Hold on. Let me just check that this works or not. Stop sprinting.
Who did you hear it from?
Throw. Oh, well, first of all, the manual throw helps it that you slow down. So that's another reason to do it. Yeah, that's the reason.
Say when we ship out?
Okay, so stop sprinting. Manual throw right in the middle.
Who did you hear it from?
Go over here. And then if you don't prone dive,
You hear that?
you get alerted.
Say when we
So,
ship out?
just showing you the reasons why this works. Stop sprinting, manual aim in between there, and
From?
then once you get to this curb, prone dive, prone dive.
Check it out.
Now, if I do 3, I've found that this doesn't work very well. It did there, but I've noticed a trend where it doesn't work for some reason.
Say when we ship out?
That could change. It's one of those things, either 2 or 3 prone
Who
dives.
did you hear it from?
I'm more comfortable with 2. You start the first one when you get to this curb, and you want to be as right as possible. And I look down. You can start standing up when you get into the grass, and then you can either walk the rest of the way or do a jump the way I've been describing it before. Remember the jumps. If you just let go, sprint, she'll land and do a dodge kind of thing. Yeah. I would kind of recommend doing one jump there because it is faster. And yeah, I'm not sure what else to mention. Stand her up again when she's safely in that grass. You don't want to do it earlier. You get alerted, but I'll show you.
Say when we ship out?
What's going down today? All the units are being rounded up.
Aim
Who did
right
you
about there.
Top man himself.
You hear that? Come with me.
Got you covered. She's got a rifle.
So if you do it too early. Okay, that was supposed to be too early. So you can say, all right, that's proof. You can stand up like really on the grass, not in the grass. But yeah, this area has historically been very bad for me. Aim, throw.
Who did you hear it from?
Let me do 3 prone dives and just see what happens.
On me, let's go.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it works, but I can vividly remember that strat not working for me. And what used to work every time was 2 prone dives. But stop sprinting, manual throw,
Who did you hear it from?
and then at least 2 prone dives. Whatever you want to do. Oh, I was standing for too long. I'd recommend this part being the same. Stop sprinting, manual throw right about there.
Who did you hear it from?
2 prone dives,
On me, come on.
angling towards the right. Whatever you want to do from this point forward, go right ahead. It's one of those things I just highly recommend. Uh-oh. Ow. Yeah, it's not that happening is not good.
You say when we ship out?
Going down the stairs. All the units are being rounded up.
Who did you hear it from? We got something. Come with me.
I got the cover. Got trouble. To your left.
Yeah, that works well too. Alright, like I said, once you get past at least 2 prone dives, do whatever you want. But that beginning part's very important. It's also important you don't get alerted here, because, your watch. You're able to maintain your sprint the rest of the way. If you get alerted, this would otherwise be a run, which remember is the same speed,
Once things are
but what ends up happening is you're able to take that sprint into this next area. And then if you combine it with a hammer swing, you can get like propelled through the water. So if you got alerted, you wouldn't be able to sprint beyond this
against
point.
that Ferris wheel.
He's hoping Tommy has the same info.
So because we didn't get alerted at all, Ellie's going to sprint this stretch right here. And again, combine it with the hammer, she gets propelled forward. As well as climbing out of here quickly. Watch this. Sprint, 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 sprint. And we're going to dodge off this ledge and under the water. That would otherwise all be much slower animations, both on land and climbing out of the water. So not getting alerted there is beneficial in time. It can save you like 6 seconds of movement.
On it.
Think you can get through there?
Let's see.
What else to mention? No, that's about it. Alright, this part right here is a little weird. You want to jump off this part right here and into the escalator. But again, it can be very strange.
If you told me you were leaving.
So yeah, you want to do that. Come on.
I would have come, you know.
If you don't get that, and instead you just like fall off, you can't climb over this thing, just go on the escalator. Or there's stairs now.
I would have come, you know.
But I think the fastest way to do this is to get onto the stairs here. And then start going. And you want to get going here, and make sure the pistol's the last thing you held here, because we're about to enter an encounter. Right there. Okay, so this is a really, really weird encounter. Remember the thing with the hospital? How I would restart checkpoint once and then restart checkpoint again? This area is kind of the same as that. This one places you in the encounter, The next one kind of places the enemies in a different place, but something has already happened. What's going to happen is a dog is chasing a Seraphite. It kills it, and then there's a bunch of wolves in the area. If you get alerted like right away, and then, well, let me just show you. Here, watch this. So I have no pistol. I picked up the brick, and then as soon as she can, did I do it right? Here we go. Yeah, as soon as she can sprint again, I don't know why it didn't work the first time. As soon as she can sprint again, restart checkpoint, not encounter, but checkpoint. The Seraphite killing the dog, the dog killing the Seraphite isn't happening. We used our pistol bullet, and we have a brick, which is important. So if we do that all again, it looks like this. Fire the bullet, get the brick, and then as soon as you notice Ellie sprinting, restart checkpoint. Like, events already happened, but then it places you back in your starting position. Very, very strange. And to my knowledge, you don't really want to just... Oh yeah, the game doesn't let you sprint either. Look at me holding sprint. Oh, I meant to kill the person. Oh well. So yeah, do dodges, get the brick, and then when she sprints, restart checkpoint. Here.
Okay. Assuming they all die.
Don't let her escape!
The encounter is as simple as that afterwards. All right, restart checkpoint. Okay, first things first. Don't run to the left of this barrier. Because... Alright, it didn't happen, but you can get... Yeah, you get alerted a little bit early by these guys. Now, I remember there being something about going, like, straight left here. Let me see if it happens. Alright, not quite happening anymore.
They all die, and me survive.
There were some strats that happened so long ago, I don't really, like, remember the reasoning for them.
Keep running!
But I was positive that... Hold on. Right there we go. See that?
Cut them down!
Right there. So if you run to the left of this barrier here, you get alerted right away. So a way to avoid that, let me just check that running to the left doesn't get rid of that. It kind of does, but it's still kind of close. A way to completely avoid it is run to the right of this and then go back this way. Oh, that's different. Maybe I'm doing this too many times. Let me go back from here. There we go. Sprint. And normally I go this way. Yeah, I recommend going that way. Okay, as for this part.
Assuming they all die.
Alright, so what's going on there is, so remember, at the beginning, run around this thing, then make a left turn. What you want to do is right before you climb these things, go to the left, climb them in jogging animations, and then throw the brick at that guy. Now that can be a little complicated. The reason I don't sprint the whole way is because if you throw the brick at him when he's climbing over, the brick won't do anything. You watch.
Assuming they all die.
Okay, it didn't happen there, but you just gotta trust me on this. If the brick hits him mid-leap,
Assuming they all die.
of course, what I want to show off isn't happening. If you were to throw the brick at him mid-leap, it wouldn't do anything, so you have to wait anyway. You also want to maintain some sprint speed going forward. So what I like to do is let go of sprint just before climbing, make sure he's climbed over, and then throw and sprint the rest of the way. See how she's got most of her sprint speed back? It slows down there, but that's long enough. You know? So I don't really know what else to say about this area. I stop sprinting when I climb those last 2 ledges, and I only climb up the second ledge when I see him start to leap over. And then I sprint, throw the brick at him, and then leap over and leave. And make sure when you get to that indoors area that you're hanging to the left, because there is a woman with a dog outside to the right. Alright, I'm doing it from here. Remember? Pistol, double dodge, get the brick. Her sprint is the checkpoint. And then we go from here. Go to the right of this barrier. And then hang to the right of, to the left of those red barriers. Hang to the left here. Let go of sprint when you're about to climb these things. This might hurt. Nope, we're good. Ow. Wow. Alright, that's never happened before. I'm thinking it's because she's the one that was alerted to me or something. That's almost like a glitch. I've honestly never seen it that bad before. Whatever. There's nothing you can do about that. Trust me, you don't have to worry about that happening. So, let go of sprint when you climb. Wait for him to leap over. Climb again. Sprint. Throw. And then go. Notice how she didn't fire at me. I think when you get alerted by that guy, he needs to alert everyone else. Yeah, I know I'm spending a little too long here. Fire, dodge, dodge, brick. She's sprinting. Checkpoint. Get your brick ready. Go to the right of that barrier. Go to the left of this barrier. Get inside. Let go of sprint when you climb. Wait for this guy to leap over. Climb as well. Sprint, leap, go. And then I like to dodge. That puts her under the water, and then she's already under the water. And then go. That's that. And then you get some sprint speed going forward here. You can either dive under or do a dodge crouch. Climb up here. Climb up here. Then over here. You need to swap out to the revolver at some point, so I like to do that here. And then when you mash X, you hit the cutscene as soon as you start climbing up. So yeah, at some point you need to swap to your revolver because we're going to use it in the arcade. There's 4 revolver bullets in the arcade. There might be more, but there's only 4 in our way. Skip cinematic. We're gonna get here and we're gonna jump. She'll survive the fall, and then you can start doing hammer swings right away.
We take these guys out, steal their boat.
Definitely taking.
You want to stop swinging right here, because you'll otherwise swing at that. So you want to stop swinging in that doorway. Just come down here. Alright, there's a little time-save checkpoint right here. As soon as Ellie drops the stuff here behind her.
Got it. Come on.
Right there. Checkpoint, and you can move her right away. I like to dodge in the water. That keeps her underwater.
This way. Come on.
Need a hand?
Right, then right here, you gotta wait for Jesse. Now, Jesse won't move towards this rope. He has to climb up it first.
You 4.
Always keep the camera on Jesse here,
The rest of you?
and be near him.
What the fuck?
Always have to keep the camera on him, and be near him. That will make him move quickly and do what he's supposed to do here. As for you, you just want to stay underneath this rope and mash X. And then make sure you're holding down sprint when you're climbing, because I think she climbs faster. Oh yeah, she definitely climbs faster. Mm-hmm. Alright, and then cutscene. Right there. Alright, now for the mall. This one is pretty simple. Pretty simple. I'll do it right once and then go back.
Got the engine back up. Where should I put in?
A lot of these areas, especially in day 3, are more simple than you think. Holding sprint doesn't make you swim any faster here.
Control the perimeter. I don't want any more surprises today.
And then you turn on the boat, and then you go. Whether or not that works, that's up to the game. Okay. Breaking it down. First things first, when you get to the edge of this wall here, you want to go underwater. Because then those guys will spot you right there.
Got the engine
So,
back up.
1,
Where should I
2,
put in?
3. After like the 3rd swim, that's when I go underwater. And then you got to make your way over here. Now you're going to resurface, but you need to do it like... You need to climb up a little bit later. Right here, resurface. Climb up on this like little bridge here. But if you accidentally like fall off,
I don't want any more surprises
then
today.
this doesn't really... Well, one time it didn't work. Don't accidentally fall off, okay? That's basically what it is.
Got the engine back up. Where should I put in?
So right about there. Make sure you go pretty far under the water here because you need to clear this gap. And because they might see you if you're too close to the surface. Okay, so resurface here. Climb back up on this bridge here.
Control the perimeter. I don't want
Yeah, you need to let go of sprint and then hold sprint down again. Now, you see this rubble on the ground here? Right up there. If you sprint past it, you'll get alerted. So, there. See that? And it's someone underneath here that spotted me. So right there, you can either stop sprinting, or in my case, I'm going to do 2 sprint jumps. And remember, don't let go of sprint right after you jump. It's one of those. We've been doing that all tutorial.
Got the engine back up. Where should I put in?
Underwater. As for resurfacing here, I like to climb out. Remember what I said in the sewers in the previous video? You climb out faster if you aren't holding down sprint. So right here, when you climb up, let go, and then you can move in a sprint when you eventually hold it down. So then, jump, jump, and then right here, you want to sprint. Sometimes, that's the other thing, you want to start sprinting again just as you're about to fall into the water. But after that, sometimes you stay on the surface, and other times you fall under the water. If you stay on the surface, you just want to swim forward and hit triangle. If you go under the water, just resurface and hit triangle. It only costs you a couple seconds. It's a little bit annoying. We haven't really found a way to stay on the surface. You want to stay on the surface. Right there. Resurface. I like to climb up here and then hold down sprint here and hold forward. Don't fall back in the water. Climb up here. at the edge of this rubble here. Boom. Boom. Alright, and sprint there. Alright, she... As you can see, still fine. And then you're at the mercy of the game here. Triangle. 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 Alright, this hurts.
Yes.
That's why it's important you don't take any damage anywhere prior. And then you go. As long as you have full health, you should be good here. I've never died with full health here. Alright, from this point forward, I swap frame rates. The reason for this is... alright, the encounter's over. You can see, restart check. It's just restart checkpoint. You don't have to do a checkpoint here, but... I actually think it places you a little further. Maybe when it goes from 2 to 1, you could actually do that. But, I'm gonna make a file here. And then go back. If you ride the boat in 60 FPS, at the bottom of these little waterfalls, the boat just doesn't have any momentum.
Okay. No one's following. Right.
Here, I'll show you in, like, the next part.
Please go.
So for all this boat riding, I prefer to do it in 30 FPS. Strictly because I feel like the boat has better momentum at the bottom of these flowing waters. Alright, when the boat reaches like the flat water here, there's a checkpoint there. Get out of the boat, places you a little further ahead. You get back in the boat.
Here we go.
Okay, right here is the biggest example. This I want to show off. So watch the boat's speed at the bottom of this water. See the momentum just flatline right there? Now if I do it in 30, see that glide? That's clear as day, that's what it's doing. Once you hit there, you can swap back. But for those flowing waters there, I highly recommend doing them in 30. You get to keep momentum at the bottom.
Got it.
Just one of those things. Alright, now we ride to the arcade. There's a little conflict between Seraphites and wolves coming up, but yeah, you can just ride past. See, look at this. Oh no, encounters. No, there's not. Just ignore anything happening. See, we're fine. I've never been shot or killed here, ever. I've been shot at, but never shot or killed. Alright, now what we've all been waiting for. Some of you. Bloater. Remember what I said at the beginning of this video. All you gotta do is break the glass and then get through. So, look at our ammo. We have a combined 2 bullets out of all of our guns. So waiting for us right here are 3 shotgun shells. This would not be here if we had 4 or more combined with all our guns. And what is it? As for where like the checkpoint for that, like you need to be under this amount of ammo is, I'm not sure where that is. It's probably where we were pulling the chain before. That'd be my guess. But yeah, enter here, get the ammo. The shotgun only holds 4 rounds, so picking up any more, we don't have time to reload it. And then what we do here, we get this revolver. We get a brick. That's very important for Santa Barbara. And then we get the revolver and reload it and we get these explosives right here. So that's what we do. Let me do all that again. All right, so we're here. We can't go back? All right, well, we break the glass. We go over here, make sure all of our guns are reloaded. We did that at the beginning of the chapter. Get these 3 shotgun shells. Get the revolver. Get a brick. Go back to the revolver. Get this. And get the explosive. Wait until the revolver's fully reloaded. And then we go for the fight. And I'm going to make a file here. This bloater fight it takes a little bit to get used to the beginning of it. We pretty much use all the ammo we have on it. 4 shotgun shells, 4 revolver, and a rifle, and he's down. If you had a Molotov, it would be 1 revolver, 1 rifle, and 4 shotgun shells, but it's not. We don't need it. We don't need it. We needed it in Hillcrest because that part is brutal, trying to get past those 3 guys on the stairs. So this will look scary, but it works well enough. Here we go. Revolver, rifle. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Got you, asshole!
And that's that. So what I did was, let's say the bloater's over there. The revolver's the last thing you hold in your hands because you had to reload it. And if you're not feeling comfortable with this fight, there's an extra shotgun shell right over here, but we don't need it. By the way, I should mention this now. The things that carry over, because this is the last enemy encounter in Ellie's portion of the game. There's nothing else. The next time we play as Ellie is going to be in Santa Barbara. Now, ammo does not carry over. But these things do. Like, these things do not carry over. These do. Everything. Including a brick. I cannot stress how important that is. You need a brick for the beginning encounter, human encounter in Santa Barbara. So either pick it up here or pick it up at the end of the fight where you open the door. But as for the bloater, you're going to start revolver, rifle. Get around him. He'll be throwing something at you. 100% of the time, he'll be throwing something at you. Get behind him. If you're to the left, like to his right of him, he'll throw the thing at you. So boom, boom, get around him, and then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then swap to the revolver and do 1 dodge. And then that should kill him. These shotgun blasts have to be point blank. Yeah, you don't need a machete. Those shotgun blasts have to be point blank. So revolver's last thing in your hand. You have a brick. Get behind him. That'll kill him.
Got you, asshole!
And if you had to use a brick for whatever, you have to leave here with a brick or bottle. All right?
Okay. Back to that damn Ferris
A few weeks ago, I lost a full game run because I didn't have a brick or bottle in the beginning of Santa Barbara. And there wasn't one in my way when I made it to Santa Barbara. Someone in chat. So Ellie just casually carries a brick around for a couple years? Yeah, the same brick. She just carries around. It's the same one she uses. So it's these and the crafting ingredients. So right here we have the full explosive. There was 2 quarters in the stalker room. There was a quarter in the hospital next to the shotgun shell, and then there was a quarter right here. The canisters, there was half in the theater. There was a quarter in the Seraphite room to the left. And there's the last quarter is going to be next to the aquarium. We're going to pick that up later. And that will be our extra stun bomb for Santa Barbara, which we so desperately need. And where else did we use a Molotov this run? In the school and in Hillcrest. And then we had to find the crafting ingredients for another one. So yeah. No, hold on. Revolver has to be the last thing you held. What else to mention about this fight? Yes, if you take a while to kill the bloater, runners will drop into the area and try to kill you as well. So if you kill this bloater fast enough, other infected won't drop into the area to try and get you. So it's kind of a race against the clock to kill this guy as fast as you can. And make sure the shotgun blasts are point blank. Okay? And really get behind him when you fire those shots, otherwise the stuff he throws at you will get you. That would be bad. Okay, revolver. Right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh.
Got you, asshole!
Alright, a little messy, but it does the job. We'll do it one more time. If a runner spawns in, use the brick.
Okay. Back to that damn Ferris wheel.
And then get a bottle when you leave. Do it one more time. This is grounded, so if he hits you, you're dead. You better make sure you dodge. Alrighty.
Shit!
So I'm kind of backing up as I'm shooting. Yeah, I'm backing up as I'm shooting him, so he only has time to throw 1 punch. That's that. We have our brick here.
Okay. Back to that damn Ferris wheel.
And we're good.
Finally.
All right, as soon as you can move her. Right there. Restart checkpoint. That places you at the bottom. You gotta open the gate first and then go into the boat. Alright, you don't have to worry about any frame rate swaps here. It's pretty much the same.
Almost there.
And then we just go. There's quite a few restart checkpoints coming up, and there's some very specific things to do once you're in the water. There's a checkpoint here, 50851, and you get about here? Yeah, right about there, 50921, so yeah. There's a checkpoint right here. It places you a little bit further, and then all you have to do is drive your boat to the right. Instead of just driving it, like, forward. Alright, checkpointed me here. No matter what, you end up in the same spot in the water. But if you were to swim forward, you would just drive the boat forward. You would be driving it like forward and forward and forward, and nothing would happen. If you just turn the boat to the right and drive it a little bit, yeah, it stalls out like right away. Okay, mash triangle. All right, checkpoint here. as soon as the camera gets underwater. And now this is a strange strategy. So watch what happens if you resurface right away. There's waves coming to get you and everything. Really interrupts you. Yeah, but how about a second one, huh? Okay. Whatever. When she resurfaces, she gets out of the water very, very slowly.
Let's do this.
Very slowly. There is a way to avoid that. It's a little bit difficult at first, but just trust me. All right, recognize where the boat is, and then swim almost on the surface, but still under the water. You won't get rocked by the waves. And if you resurface at the very last second... All right, that was too early.
Fuck it. I can make it.
Yeah, what I was trying to show off, if you resurface like really late, she won't do that staggering out of the ocean. So, yeah, let me do that again. As to know where you're going, when you start swimming up, notice where the boat is. Stay under the water. I said stay under the water. Oh my god. I used to remember how to do this. Recognize where the boat is, stay under the water, and then you can kind of notice something. See above Ellie's head, the color's a little different on one of the crates? It almost looks bright. See that right there? Right above where Ellie's head is. Swim to the right of that. And then if you resurface at the last second and climb up, you can see she doesn't stagger out of the water. And then there's a checkpoint after 2 dodges, right there. Right past there is the checkpoint. If you keep going, eventually Ellie is gonna... Oh, I'm staggering in midair. Oh my gosh, oh no. By checkpointing there, you avoid that from happening and it places you up further. So I'm gonna do that one more time. So again, start by swimming up, recognizing where the boat is, flatten yourself out, maybe swim down a little bit, and then swim to the right of that little bright spot. And then resurface at the last second, because you can drown if you stay underwater for too long. I resurfaced too early. God. Gotta stop that. I don't think you have to hold down sprint here. Yeah, you don't have to. A little closer to the top. Alright, so... yeah, right about here. There we go. She gets out. 2 dodges. And there. And then this avoids that staggering from earlier. Hammer movement. Alright, here's the last thing of canisters that we need. It's right over there.
Okay. Abby, where are you?
It's right there. Then we just go over here. Through here. And then through here. Through here. So as you can see, we got the little wrench icon, so we are good. But we will craft this in Santa Barbara. A whole 2 years later, we're going to keep the same supplies. Alright, as soon as her feet leave the floor, maybe just a little bit lower, restart checkpoint, that places us a little bit further ahead. Do I do a dodge, jump, and then another dodge, and we're... hold on. A little dodge, a little jump, another dodge, and then we're right here. Alright, for this vent, it doesn't matter if you look down, you go the same speed no matter what. Unlike the hospital.
Jesus.
In here? Mash square. By the way, there used to be a thing here where Alice would deal a certain amount of damage. So if you enter this area with like no health at all, Alice would actually kill you over and over and over, and you'd soft lock the game. They have patched that out, so that doesn't happen. It cannot happen. So yeah, you don't have to worry about that. All right, and as soon as you can zoom in, restart checkpoint. Ellie moves very slowly through here, so. You need your pistol out and open the right door to enter the cutscene a little bit earlier. For some reason, the game really wants to make you go through the left door, but then Ellie goes through the right door, so. Mash square here as well. All right, the cutscene transition happens pretty quickly here. Right there. Right there. And then so does this next cutscene right there. And then we go, and that's pretty much it for Ellie Day 3. There's not much. There's a few encounters, and then the arcade bloater fight, and we had some more crafting ingredients to pick up. Now, whatever guns she have, this doesn't carry over. Next time you play as Ellie, she will have ammo in all of her guns, even her bow. I think revolver as well. Yeah, she's got like 3 revolver, 4 pistol, 1 in each, including an arrow. These and these all stay the same. So those carry over. Now, if you were doing an Ellie % run, the timer for that stops once Abby pops up on the screen. Or after this next cutscene is skipped. All right, right there. And that's it for Ellie Day 3. That's all I was going to do with this video. All right, and from this point forward, the supplies that Ellie had, you know, like I said, they carry over to Santa Barbara, but now begins Abby's portion of the game, and that, like, the ammo and supplies she had in Jackson, they don't carry over to here. This game really is treated like 2.5 games in one. Jackson and Ellie Day and Ellie's Seattle days, Abby's Seattle days, and then Santa Barbara. It really is like 2.5 games in one. So we kind of treat it that way. So we need to pay attention to the crafting ingredients and ammo amounts. You have to pay attention a little bit more in Abby %, but we'll get to that in the next tutorial video. But yeah, that's it for this one. Hope you guys learned something, and see you in the next video. Bye.